as I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, but when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? Thank you for putting up with my bopping around in the background, waiting for the theme song to be done. Although the theme song doesn't seem to have anything to do with painting. And I need to finish this because tomorrow is shopping day, and I don't want to go out there with half-assed, finish here. So I'm going to go get my little rubber gloves, which I thought I had out here and now can't seem to find. Oh, maybe I moved them. I know you can't see my head yet. You will. We'll be moving over to the desk eventually. Okay, back the other way because they're over here. The gloves, that is. Okay, I only need one today. I decided while we were in between shows that I am going to put some dark green down here. So we have a backdrop for some highlights and more flowers. So I've already taken the liberty. Hello, Charlie. Thank God you're here. Oh my God. Yeah, actually, I've been waiting pretty much most of the day for someone to come over, and now it's like they're not going to be here until 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So since I just found that out, here I am. might not be the right palette. Let's see what I've got here. What's going on, Bubba? Did your pen arrive? Okay, we've got this. I don't know what to call it. I'd call it kind of an olive green. I just need to have some dark stuff down here to provide a background. And I'm sorry I haven't been practicing doing my squats as faithfully as clearly I need. So I'm just gonna sit down here. Hi, I don't know if I'm actually in the frame yet, but we're gonna assume that you can see parts of me. I'm sure you can hear my voice. I see the microphone working. I'm not muted today, so yay. I see a no on the screen, Charlie. Fill me in, buddy. Okay. Okay, a little bit more. Bring it up. Do I want the back? Let's throw some down there. I can't paint the metal, I won't stay on, but give it a little bit of a look here. Let me see what you have written. I really didn't want my last day of holidays to be depressing. Aww. I don't want it to be depressing either. For you or anyone. So, gosh, it must be close to bedtime, isn't it? You have to go back tomorrow? Tomorrow's the big day? Let me go wash this off. Another thing, we didn't have hot water all day today. I think they must have replaced the tank or something because until a few minutes ago it was running kind of brownish and I couldn't do anything with it. So let's do this. I need to kind of sponge because I'm going to put another color on it in a second here. Okay, so let's see, a day where I happen to go to school. Okay, well, you happen to be going to school tomorrow. What's going to count as, what are you doing after school with your time? Seriously. Are you wasting your time? You have to waste it in school until you're, out, but in the meantime, you have after-school stuff, and we can't say that you have been the most devoted student in some areas. Well, you have excelled in others, and I am proud of you. We don't want you to let yourself down. Just what it comes down to, because it doesn't matter what anybody else says, thinks, does. It's always going to end up being about you, your performance, how you feel about you, and that's the truth for everybody. What is plant? I don't know some creative shenanigans. Indeed, I have not. I'm afraid I'm not keeping up with you this time because, I'm down here. pretty. A little life to this sucker. I'm so tired of drab. Drab, no drab. Must have more. Ooh, bring some color around. Okay. My back is not into this. Okay, I worked on my presentation for about 20 or so minutes. We'll see how it goes. But did you tell me what the presentation is on? For I cannot remember that far back. I'm sure that somewhere in the last few days I lost my mind, at least briefly, as I want to do. Actually, I was full of ideas, and I actually implemented or went to implement one today and couldn't because I was missing some mechanical issue thing. So I ordered the mechanical part I need, and I didn't see when it's going to arrive. But once it does, I can start doing some other stuff. I'm going to have so much fun. Oh man, so we got some low plants, we got some high plants. I really should be bringing some a little higher up. But I don't know, I might end up putting a rainbow or something over there. But today I want to at least get the flower part done. No, not that it would ever come up or ever has come up, but no other old lady could claim this is hers or his. It'll be mine. It's clearly mine. Of course, most people won't want to walk around with that. Okay, now, no more sponge for a few here. Let's see. You have to do the hygiene. Oh, yes. Chicanery, you're tricking your hygiene. Just do it. Wash your hands. I think I need some white. I need some white dots. Oh, maybe yellow, white and some yellow down here. Yes. Okay. Yes. Let's get some happy yellow. You can also be happy. I think we got it here. Primary yellow. I cannot think of primary yellow without flashing back to my first marriage to a printer. All right, let's come up with some flower-like dots. I got some yellow. Let's get some white. I'm going to use the cheap white, very jelly-like. Hard to push out of the container. Hey, come on. There we go. That's a little bit more like paint. Pretending to be. We have yellow, we have white. Should I add another shade? I can do a lot with just that. And it's a lot of paint for what I'm actually going to do, I think. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, we've got the cadmium yellow light. Let's take a look at this. Uh-huh. Alrighty. I think that will work. see about here? A little bit higher up on the picture. Let's see. Fan brushes. We need a fan brush. I can't believe it. I actually walked by the lamp without looking into it. I've probably done that 6 times already today. I'm wearing my glasses on the top of my head, not on my face. Sip of tea in the background. Alright, so I got a couple of fan brushes. And, oh no, that's too soft. I should have known it's a short handle. Okay, but we have a nice old bristle. The paint is starting to come off it. It's been so many years. The enamels just do not last forever. Okay, let's see what I can do with this little brush. And they have some strong tinting power, don't they? Oh. Alright, I gotta turn it a little bit here. If I get on the floor, it's gonna be really difficult to get up. Let me see who's there. Hold on. I see writing on the wall, on the screen. Mr. Sater, the Sater, hello. I was thinking about you this morning. I really need to catch up with you. Yeah, I see myself straining to see the screen. Okay, this is not the most flattering position, but hey. I definitely need to improve my muscles. Okay. No. Oopsie. Okay. Hold on a second. That's the kind of thing we definitely do not want to have experienced. Getting paint on my wooden floor. Oh, voila. And hallelujah. Okay, doke. One must be vigilant. Oh, hold on a second. I see writing. Oh, it's crunch time. Now, are we supposed to meet before actual D&D time? I can't remember. I thought we were supposed to get together, and I could be wrong. You know, my memory has definitely been screwed with this week. Last couple of weeks. I'm looking. I'll stand right here. I'm reading the screen. I'll use this as an excuse to take a sip of tea while we wait for the rain to come in. I'm so grateful to you. You put in so much time and effort, so much imagination into your being a DM. I am impressed every single time, every game. Oh, are we supposed to get together? Am I supposed to know something in advance or study something to be a better player before this particular episode? Oh, I thank you. And I think that, oh, but yes, definitely. Meg has been inspired. I turned her on to the map site that you use, and she's got a D&D thing going now. She made a beautiful map. You're both so good. I mean, I've never played a game with her. I didn't even realize that she played. But it came up when I was talking about how honored I am to be part of your circle. I love how one inspiration begets another. Oh, well, you got me that awesome book which tells me what a monk, is supposed to be about. And I found that very inspiring. Of course, there's some things I'm not going to be able to really do quite yet because I'm only a level 2. I'm just a baby. I'm a baby monk. So, I will be finding out with each subsequent adventure how much I can do. This one event, however, says Charlie. There was an event. Tell us, young man. So basically, it's my best friend's birthday tomorrow. Is that the female best friend? Oh, it is a female. Okay, so it's who I think it is. We're all chipping in to buy her a gift. How sweet. That sounds like a friend thing. Okay. I hope this is not too transparent. Well, first let's finish this part. Okay, so that guy just said like, oh, I'm not contributing because I'm not going to her party. Well, yes. It sounds like he is trying to get out of that. I guess he doesn't consider himself a close enough friend, which, you all should take note of. because, I mean, you guys go out and eat all the time, yes? What is that? Yeah. So, cheap, 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 cheap. That is he broke. You know, I mean, does he have financial limitations that you may not really be aware of? Not everybody's got money to spend on people. Hold on a second, I have to scroll back up. Yes, over here. Let's see. He could just say he doesn't have the money or something instead of coming up with this BS. Hey, he may see it as not BS, that he's not going into that. He's not using up her money stuff. No, we don't go to lunch. That was last year. Oh, husband best never went. Oh, well, I see. All right. Well, 50 cents more a person is not the suckiest thing that could happen. Don't get petty over that. So is somebody bitching about that now? Fuck him. He doesn't owe her anything. If he's not contributing to, you know, she's not contributing to him, she's not hanging out with you guys really, then, you know, what's the big deal? I don't know what you mean by eligible. She's a friend who's having a birthday. Not everybody contributes to that kind of thing. So it's not an eligibility, it's a birthday. You either want to give something to her or you don't. It's a kind of a personal thing. He's not going to a party she's having. Obviously, he's not close enough to feel obligated to contribute. Well, I don't don't think it's worth mentioning, but if you do, so that's all that matters. What can I do for you? How can I help you feel okay? She's a friend of yours, she's your best friend, but she's not everybody else's best friend, is she? Alright, let's throw in some not this brush. Alright, this is scary now. This is, what the hell am I gonna do? Let's see. Not opaque enough. Yeah, this is just not opaque enough for the effect I was hoping for. That blue is going to come through and make it exactly the color I don't want. But we will figure this out. Well, I guess they got the heat figured out. Don't worry, I'll be coming back in. Hey, hey. She holds considerable weight. I don't understand what you mean by weight in your circle. Is she famous or something? Is she really super popular? Is that it? She come in, everybody stand up and tip their hat. Vi to say who's gonna buy her lunch. You know, what's going on there? I guess kinda would have another outcropping there. It used to frustrate me that this would put out seeds that were sterile. Like all that effort to grow these giants, and you had to buy the rhizome to make them grow. They didn't really spread very well either. Not sure. I think we're going to stop right there for now because I have to get some other color. All right. I don't know if I can do this. It's okay, you don't have to tell us your whole history. But you're not a big family anymore. Once upon a time doesn't exist. Stop living in the past. Focus on right now. Focusing on the past is not going to get anybody anywhere. Hi, Sally. don't insist other people do what you do. Just because you're doing it, it's you. It's a volunteer thing. He doesn't feel obligated. Don't try to make him feel obligated. He doesn't feel about her the way you do, obviously. She's your best friend. Whatever weight she held in the circle, you just said she's distancing herself from y'all. She's distancing herself. Means she doesn't really want to be with you guys for whatever reason. So, what is the point? He can wish her well without wanting to spend money on her. But I don't know if actually I would offer to have him sign, because then it could present the concept, or it would infer that he was part of the gift giving issue. Whatever. But again, I don't even think he would want to. But he can still wish her well without buying something. Step down to their level? That's condescending of you. Step down to their level? If you had that kind of attitude, honey, I wouldn't want you in my group. That would be a little too judgmental. God knows the world is like that enough. I would not encourage it in my circle. And if I thought that you really were being judgmental when you were sitting among my friends, I would avoid you. I mean, seriously, that's not the energy I want when I go out to eat or go to a party. Any of that. Like, you like me for who I am or how I am, or you don't. It's okay. You don't have to like a person 100% to be able to get along with them. They say, you're not marrying them, you're just going to a freaking party. Don't make a big mishmash out of it. Yeah. You weren't in the mafia. And because I actually knew people in it, I suggest you don't even joke about it. I mean, I can't imagine why you would even call it that. You're a teenager in Portugal. You're not from Italy or Sicily, and you're not from New Jersey. Give it a rest. My goodness. You've been listening to too much Sinatra. All right, now for some contrast. Prism Violet. I'm so glad I'm not your age anymore. So as around comes COVID and online classes, and I do finally join all the groups. But of course, everybody got shot down and it set everybody backward. So you reconvened this year? You all returned to school last September, didn't you? I'm standing here like, okay. Hold on, I gotta go to this side to read this. Yeah, so reading about it is not being a member, so go on. Ah, okay. Now, are all of your friends in this group male? Are there any other females in this group? Listen, leaning forward is making my nose run. Hold on, I have a feeling I need to catch up again. Bring some purple down there. Oh, Seder, I agree with you. We love cake. I don't find any drama as being decent, I must admit. Let's see, hold on. They didn't like her. I was there, there's a kind of glue, but she was good friends with two other lovely people on the bridge, both females, and but her most prized asset was being my friend. I love cake, too. Well, who can blame her? So, is this up to date yet? She doesn't really feel comfortable hanging out with your group, even though you're her best friend. She's your best friend. The point is, what? I don't mean to rush you, but I want to get to the end of this saga. Because no longer did she need our group as much since she had other friends. Hello, Sargentino. Good evening to you. Yes, it is acrylic. Totally ready to get rained on, because it's going to get rained on tomorrow. That's the nice thing about acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is plastic. Did you find our own group? Okay, that was toward the end of last year. This year is just a less now in the coffin, so to speak. All right, so there's a birthday party. When's her birthday party? And you know, I assume that you're doing things to maintain your friendship, even if you're not hanging out in the same group. I don't know, would you feel comfortable trying to join one of her other groups? Kind of follow her over? I'm getting carried away with the purple. I should probably cut back. Let me look at what has been written again, because I'm so nearsighted. Thank you, Sally. Well, like I said, Charlie, you're in high school. You're a high school senior. You're leaving high school. And it is not often that we stay in close contact with those that we went to high school with. Uh-oh, I got purple in the blue sky. I might be forced to do a rainbow, but not tonight. I need some daylight in here for that. All right, let's see. We getting purpled up here? Oh yeah, let's throw some more shadows in here. That should look nice in the sun, except it won't be sunny tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, look at that whole row of them. Oh, is there some purple down there? We gotta contrast. I'm messing it up. I gotta throw some purple down there instead. Because this is usually I'm standing over here, but you know, what am I missing? And the Seder, by the way, speaking of cake, what you had for the New Year's was like phenomenal. I can't wait to check it out. It almost made me beat up eggs and banana today to make souffle pancakes. But no, I opted for eggs. It was faster and I wanted to get to work. But I'll be picking up some more eggs tomorrow, and chiffon things will be more fun. Eggs to spare. Okay, I'm getting carried away here. I should really let it dry because I'm not improving things. I think we could use some more. Oh, I know. Wait a second. Lighten it back up. Down here. It's kind of like a wild garden in summer when everything is blooming and all the different colors and textures and bees. Oops. I don't know how well it's going to stick to that, but done is done. Okay. Now it's got to be dark. They're all, you know, sunny, woodsy. Yep. Too bad. Too bad. The orange Liquitex fake cadmium paint is not opaque enough. So I may come back next week and screw around with that and add some depth to it. But for now, this will get me to the grocery store and back. Let me see that. Sent you. I need to, oh, okay. Well, that's a good question, Charlie. You might want to ask, just in case she's removed herself that far. Oh, I have all of this yellow. I can't get rid of that. That's perfect. Thinking. Do I have another canvas I need to cover? Ooh. I'm thinking. Oh, she will. All right. There you go. Well, that is sweet of her. Don't focus so much on a gift as your friendship, the part that counts, not the little things that you give. Although if you're all pitching in, I'm sure it's going to be something nice, and she'll be able to graduate holding it fondly in her hands with good memories of you people as she drifts off into her own future. Well, it's true. That's always a possibility. I know I'd be hard pressed. Do you know how many family members I have just in March and December? The birthdays and anniversaries. I had to give up anniversaries years ago. There's just too many people, you know, and they keep multiplying. And every time they multiply, it's another birthday. I've got another one coming up in January, I think, when my niece gives birth to her firstborn. It gets expensive. So, yeah. Well, that I didn't mean to do, but I can't get that out. If I use the solvent necessary to get this out, I might actually damage that. Okay, I think we're going to call it temporarily fini. It's certainly not my greatest work, but then again, it's just my grocery bag. It will go with touring tomorrow. To, of all places, Walmart. Of course, Ella Fitzgerald. I love that. Blue skies, nothing but blue skies. From now on, what am I gonna do? I got leftover yellow, I got leftover white. Is there something that could use a coat of paint tonight? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. The paint box. It gets crispier every year. All right. What is the paint box? It's my box of sponges, my painting sponges, and I just, whenever I have leftover paint, I preserve the paper box, which is over 20 years old. Actually closer to 30 by now, I guess. I just put more paint on it, and one of these days, after I'm dead, some garbage collector will notice that when this is broken, it reveals layer upon layer of paint. Not well, huh? It's not too late to take a few lessons. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Do it, Charlie, do it. Sing. Yeah, I'm standing over here doing this stupid thing. It's not interesting. And I have to move everything so that we can go back online over the desk. After I get rid of this paint. Yeah, that white paint from the dollar store is so crap. So crappy. I really don't know why it has to be so crappy. But there you have it. Oh, look at that big blob of crappy transparent fake yellow, fake, what flavor? Oh yeah, cadmium yellow light. just say no. Well. I got that song in my head. I've encouraged him to join a singing club, a club where he would be able to do stuff like that. Why do these people keep writing to me from TikTok? Men, I am not responding to you. I guess that's why everybody has no DMs, no exceptions. I guess I'm gonna have to put that on my TikTok-y. Not looking for trouble, not looking for LA, not looking for you to make my day. So all you guys who think you're wise, go away! Alright. I know, I'm not doing my best poetry, I'm sorry. I'm focusing on paint and not making the paint on the floor land on the floor, so we'll just finish this up and head towards sinks. Oh, thanks, the satyr. Thelonious Monk. All right. You guys have something to talk about. Oh, there's Rich. Okay, hold on a second. Let me send a photograph. Sweet dreams. Okay. How are the weather conditions? Okay. Just what I need is a stranger asking me how's the weather. I couldn't wait for that. Alright, let us try not to destroy things while I set this up to soak. Okay. What is all of that sound? Okay. Here I am. I am going to oh, good suggestion. I'm not a jazz aficionado myself. I love rock and roll. And a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, guys, hold your ears. I am moving the microphone. It could get noisy. Love, Billie Holiday. You need to juggle. Isn't that absurd? Juggling turns out to be like the thing. Juggling actually increases brain mass I mean, what? What? Hold your ears. Turn your volume down. We're getting dangerous. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Can you see the reflection? Look at that. We're almost right. You can't stand Billie Holiday. I get it. I love her, but yeah, there are definitely voices I've listened to for very short periods of time because my nerves went on fire. Okay, let me adjust this. Where's my Streamlabs? There we go. Okay. I misspelled tassels. Not in my rehearsals, but in the actual thing I put out there. It's like, oh good, the one place I misspelled it, I posted it. Like, you idiot. This is a good lesson in check everything. Okay, so, oopsie, made my little CD. Come here, CD. Okay. Oh, I guess I should fix that, huh? Whoa, on camera. Oh my God, I had no idea. All right, so we're definitely not looking our best at the moment, but it is basically dinner time. Again, I set the camera up the wrong angle. It's all right. Because in a little while, that was an accident. Oh, this is not pointy enough. We need the old-fashioned, dangerous secret weapon of teenagers. All right, I must make a couple of holes in this. Oh yeah, let's do it professionally, like I really know what I'm doing. And I can't see the chat now, so let me adjust. Oh, there we go. Well, I like some Jet. Yeah, I like a lot of people from the old days. I mean, I am old. What I don't like anymore is actually the stuff that I used to sing. I don't mean my own music, even though I stopped singing it. That's mostly because my hand took one injury too many and it has not been able to recover so that I can play the guitar or the piano for very long. So, yeah, my music is sitting by the wayside in hopes of some eventual recovery. But I'm sick of folk music. See, I know some people feel that that's terrible, but I used to do a lot of folk music, and I love it. If I sit down and go, yeah, I loved that song by so-and-so. I used to sing that song, campfire songs, all that's fun stuff. And I'm just sick of it. That's it. You know, it seems like everywhere I go, there's, oh yeah, everybody's doing this. Even in the Appalachians, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? You're what? You're singing the same stuff that I was singing, 30 years ago at campfires, sing-alongs, and you're getting on stage to do it? I just felt like I was ripped off. I was hoping for some like fresh stuff. It's like, oh man, why don't we just do A Hole in the Bottom of the Sea? But yeah, so I feel like you do, Sally, about admitting that there are just some people, it's just not going to work for you. It's definitely that way with me. Well, close enough. All right. After all, these are just for testy tassels. I do like some Sinatra. I am not the fan that Charlie is. I think he racked up like the most Sinatra guy on Spotify, or all of the stuff he listens to. Yeah, I like that younger, smooth voice. I also like the way he looked back in the day. I liked him in musicals. On the Town. I love musicals. So I like music from musicals. Okay, let's make sure I do this right. I do not want to have to do this twice. Sloppy. It's getting sloppy. Hold on. A good thing tomorrow I get to buy tissues. When I was a kid, I found an old raincoat of my mother's, and it was part of her like kind of souvenir from teenagerhood. And her raincoat was covered on the inside with all these cartoonesque kinds of images of Frank Sinatra. Also, I think she was from poodle skirt days. So she had some stuff like that that was pretty cool. Of course, we as children were not allowed to play with her clothes, although whenever I could, I played with the wedding gown. Not so much the wedding gown, I was fascinated by the petticoats. You was at the top. Well, this is why we have so much different kind of music. Everybody's got a different voice, different song in their spirit. We're not all the same. Ouch. Okay. I just have to let the glue dry. Tucker's tiny testy tassels. For dudes who are concerned with their masculinity. Hold on tight to them. Not the spectacle you've seen in Vegas lives, not the Sinatra that breaks out and uses different words and laughs and such. Well, that's true. He screwed up lyrics a lot, actually. He screwed up the lyrics to New York, New York. I was there when the writers of the song got their award. It was the first Crystal Apple. So they got their award, and they got on stage. One of them got on stage and talked about how Sinatra changed the lyrics. And that's the way it goes. You don't like Nick? Don't know him. Don't know him. But nope, sick of folk music in general. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy it when I do listen to it, but right now when it happens, I listen to it more by accident than design. I have spent years involved with it, 20 years singing folk music and actually getting paid for it. Just tired of folky shit. I mean, don't say that that's a crime. Who are you talking to? Invented upon them. No, he forgot the freaking lyrics because he did that. It's not the worst thing in the world, but he did it in a recording session and recorded the wrong version. He made them his own. It's refreshing how there's different words in different versions. Well, yes, I can see where you would think of it as refreshing, but I, as a songwriter, would prefer that if people sing my songs, they do it the way I wrote them, unless they're doing parodies or just being funny. But just fucking them up because they are not good at memorizing these things, that's not my problem. Like, okay, fine. I just don't see any reason to elevate the people who do that. It's like, okay, it happens, but I don't think they're anything great for that. Songwriters also have pride and feelings, and they write things the way they want them to be, and it's really difficult to get things published and get famous people to record them. And then when it happens, it's like, it would be nice if they were the right versions. When you're doing a live act, that's not the same as a recording. For me, it's like, whatever you want to do live, go ahead. But if you're recording it for posterity, I'd like it to be what I wrote. If you do one of my songs, I can't control it. And whether they screw it up or not, I'm going to get my royalties. Nevertheless, it is on principle. You write it a certain way because you're an artist as a writer. You're not performing it, all right? Someone else is. You're still an artist. You take pride in your songwriting. And, people will do what they will do. But if they record it, I want it done right. That's all there is to it. But that's me, Other people, as long as they get their royalties, they're like, hey, do whatever you want, man. I don't care. I get my money. But I write songs not for the money, but because it's an expression of my own soul, my own spirit. That's how music is to me. So it's precious and it's sacred and it's mine. So a decade, honey, that came out 40 years ago. I know because I was a songwriter then. And the Tri-State Songwriting Contest, where that song won its first award, I was there for that. And no, Frank Sinatra did not sing it at that show. I mean, it'd be repetitive not to change a couple things, and it's fun. It's fun on a live show. Like I said, the person who wrote it, it's not fun for. The person whose heart went into writing that song and somebody changes it, unless it's being done for fun, it's not appreciated. It's just like, oh, yeah, they screwed up again. They never get that right. Maybe that's a joke after a while, but yeah, live shows versus recorded. Yeah. And you've heard how many different versions of the lyrics for that one song. You listening to songs means nothing to me. You're not a songwriter. It's not your thing out there. As I said, a live show, I don't care. But if you record my song, I'd like it to be recorded properly. Unless it's like a Weird Al Yankovic thing where it's a parody. And then I'm fine with that too. But the recordings make a difference to me. I don't even want to release my own stuff if I have screwed it up. Like, I have a song that Rich and I were working on, and I love the song, but I don't like the way it's coming out, and so we have not updated it, and I'm never going to release it to anybody until it is the way I want it to be. So, I don't want to record both. Why would I want to record the fucked up version and the perfect version at the same time or ever? Like, no, I want the perfect version out there. I don't want to put some mistake out there. And that was the problem. I recorded it the first time, but I was recording it like while I was still writing it. And I kept it because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget what I was working on. But Rich took that version and recreated it in MIDI for me to do the vocals to. And when I went and listened to it, it was like, that's not how the song goes. Well, I took it from there. I said, yeah, but that wasn't released to the public because it is wrong. What do you mean it's not a mistake? Not interested in my stuff going out half-assed. I have pride. When I put something out, I want it to be right. Even my introductory song has a mistake in it. And I don't like that. But I only had one chance in the studio, so there you have it. One take per song. I got 4 songs down. And where I screwed up, just there was no time to go back because I only had a 4-hour session. And that was that. It's not because I didn't want it to be perfect. It's because there wasn't time. I could not afford the recording fees to do it over and over again. And life is like that. It doesn't change the fact that the song was copyrighted. It was written and copyrighted by a person in a certain way. It's still taking somebody else's intellectual property and changing it because you're too lazy to memorize it properly. Or if you're changing it deliberately, that is another problem. Again, if it's parody, I'm fine. If you're just deliberately changing it to something I did not create, but you're using my creation, I may take issue with it depending on what you did. These guys did not take great issue with the changes he made, other than the fact that he completely bollocksed one of the lyrics. So, you're not a songwriter, you're not a musician, and you haven't gotten anything copyrighted, so, I don't know if that's available in Portugal. In any case, you like him having different versions of somebody else's song, because he was not a songwriter, and I prefer to hear the way it was written. Unless it was the change was so innovative, or like in a live show, it's very funny. That's a different thing. Funny's funny. If it's not funny, it's just insulting. I criticize folk music for doing what? He's doing different shows and he's got different people coming to the show. But he didn't write the music. And I criticize folk music because I'm just sick of it. Because I grew up with it, I performed it for decades, and I'm done with it. Just because people write beautiful music does not obligate me to listen to their music. Just like it doesn't obligate you to listen to mine. Unless you come to the show early and you hear the whole song. So, as a songwriter and a performer, I like things done a certain way. And when you become a songwriter and you get somebody famous to do your song, then you will have, you'll have no say. Well, you listened to him addictively almost, and the first, second, and being able to sing different lyrics based on that, well, that is something most people would not pay attention to. I don't find anything rewarding in that, and I don't find anything rewarding in hearing other people mess up my lyrics. Unless they're making me wealthy, then I don't want them doing it. It's my shit. I worked on it. I spent my blood, sweat, and tears, if you will, on years of songwriting. Well, I would say that, I mean, anybody's an acquired taste. I mean, not everybody listening to me is going to like the sound of my voice, especially now that I'm getting older and crackly. But, well, you made a study of one person's recordings. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed that time. I don't see anything worth studying there. Just, you've got different versions of the same song done in different years. It's like, it's not because the years were different, it's just that I got recorded screwing it up this way, and I got recorded screwing it up that way. Oh, I thought it was useless taking notes on newspapers. We had that discussion the other day. If you want to take notes on the different versions of the songs that he performed in his career, then that is certainly something you're free to do, Charlie. No, there's no connection there at all. Apples and oranges, or actually apples and peanuts. There's no connection. Anyway, I like cake too, Mr. Sater. I'm not being you, honey, and I would never be you. Not in a million frickin' years. You are 17. I have been through that. Been there, done that, never going back until I come back to this planet. But right now, yeah. I am looking at the clock. It is 5:38. I think I should put my chicken and marinate it in white wine and spices and fresh garlic and then roast it all. What are you still doing up? You've only spent like 20 minutes on the project that's due tomorrow. Is that correct? And you've been sitting here talking about how wonderful it is to kind of be able to look at a musical hero's screw-ups. We'll see you when? Okay, this is harder. It will not be tomorrow, likely. Although tomorrow night I might be able to get back here. Wednesday. Hold on, Mr. Gotta know in advance. I know, I don't have a schedule up anymore. Also, can I put a schedule up here on YouTube? I don't know. All right, January. Let's see. I will not be here tomorrow. Not likely. I have a busy day. Wednesday, it's very likely I can get here after lunch. Thursday, definitely here. Friday, definitely here. Saturday, no. And then Sunday on Twitch. And then I won't be here on Tuesday again. I have all kinds of appointments. But after Friday the 13th, I'm free at the moment. Oh, Synthargus, my beauty. Now, I am coming back eventually because I have things to do. For example, I ordered something that I can do little videos with my phone on, and I have to improve on Toblerina's hat. I decided I want to put some more feathers in it, you know. Hi, Sally. To me, it's a screw up. He didn't bother memorizing the proper lyrics. He was lazy with that. He admitted it. Modifications, undue changes, artistic choice. Can we settle on a term? Okay, Charlie, because you are a big fan of Sinatra, we will call it artistic choice. It is ad-lib, right? I forgot the lyrics, I'll just make it up. It's okay. But yeah, that's for live. So we'll call it artistic choices because he screwed up recordings by accident. It wasn't intentional when he messed up the recording that made that song famous. That was not intentional, and he says as much. It was an accident. But it was in the recording studio, and he didn't like to do things over too many times. Oh my God, unbelievable. A screw up is, by definition, not intentional, and he did things unintentionally, but we're going to be nice about it and call it artistic choice because, after all, there is only one, was only one Frank Sinatra. Well, I cared. Recordings are permanent. Live shows are temporary. They're in the moment. You're there, you catch it, awesome. I'm sorry that you never got a chance to actually catch a live show. And so I'm glad there are recordings of them with his artistic choices intact. So, what did I say? Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow's out. I'll be back on whatever day I said. No, I didn't say great magnitude. I just said a screw up. Yeah, that would have been cool. That's right. You would be older than me. No, you could be the same age as me. I just never went to see him in Las Vegas. Yes, it would be good to stay in your own time. This is the time you were supposed to be in. And this is where your point of power is. So, yes. Now, are you going to be ready tomorrow? And when is all this coming down with the money, honey? Does everybody have to turn in the money for the gift tomorrow? Is that one of the things? No. Back in those days, I was busy with my own career, Charlie, and I didn't get out to where other people were enjoying their careers very often. One day, I will have a time machine. I like that. Just got another $30. How much is the gift? What is the gift? You didn't tell us. I want to know what 17-year-olds are interested in giving as a gift. What? What? Your best friend is getting a $10 birthday gift? Somebody didn't manage this well. It's a ring and a personalized thing. Right, bongs would be more likely for $10. A ring and personalized for $10? Yeah, I don't think they do that. Monopoly board, but with inside jokes. Well, that sounds very fun, actually. Very good. Imaginative. I like that. Oh, I see. I see. That's not too bad. I would hope it was at least that. But you're teenagers, so I don't expect you to be going out there buying expensive jewelry. Especially since most of the people in the group are not that close with her. But that sounds like a very nice gift. Good for you guys and girls. Gary, hi. Oh, the ring is $10. Or it's $10 total, you gotta donate. No. I got one thing, now it's... Never mind. We're not going back. Ah! And my cafe with milk is like 5 cents more expensive now, which surprised you today. Happy New Year, Gary. How are you? Oh my God, I got my newspapers going from $4.50 to $4.90. Well, that sounds like inflation. Sounds like you should look for a part-time job after school. There you go. Somebody bake her a cake. That's what I do. That's a good idea, Sally. But somehow I don't think these guys are going to do that. And Carlos doesn't know how to bake. The economy goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways, it gets turned inside out. It's just life. Don't get fretty about it. Just deal with it as it happens. Anyway, I'm just sitting here. I'm not doing any art, and that doesn't represent very much on YouTube, does it? And the things that are being typed in the chat now are making my mind wander. So, yeah, we're done with that. So, okay. For our little tiny toe ties template, so tomorrow is another day. I pay people to cook, or I utilize political will. Yeah, I think so. Well, when you start paying your mother to cook your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or whatever it is she does cook for you, then you let me know. Anyway, I have to go. Actually, I had, when I made my breakfast, I also made a couple of baked potatoes that I cut up into sections and air fried with some spice. So I had plenty of potato. I don't do rice except rarely, usually if I order Chinese food. And I don't do pasta except for rarely when I get a really craving for angel hair pasta and clam sauce. I've got 2 awesome chicken thighs. Unfortunately, I had to get them with skin on, even though the bones are out. So I'm going to marinate them in white wine and garlic and stuff, and then I'm going to air fry them. And I will probably just do, I've got some broccoli, fresh broccoli. Yeah, I love roast chicken. Well, this is going to be air fryered, but it comes out really good. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the weird convo. Remember the magic words that will get us through anything. Cake. Gimme. And with that wise word, I will say goodnight. If I can see where I'm supposed to turn off the stream. Oh, there it is. I must be tired. I look sweaty. Am I sweaty? No, it's just the weird lighting. Okay, guys. You have a wonderful day tomorrow. I'll see you the day after lunch. And, of course, if you're following or subscribe, what channel am I on? I'm on YouTube right now. You subscribe, right? Okay, if you subscribe, then you'll get a notice that I'm on. And we will finish some paintings. We will place this fake catnip mouse onto the next Toblerone backdrop. We will add feathers to her cap You should see the rest of the outfit. It's adorable. I'm actually saving this for a video where we get to dress Toblerone live, although she will not be appearing naked ever. So I'll see you